When this game hit the scene almost 20 years ago, it was one of the most beautiful racers ever to grace an arcade floor. Unlike Atari's hard drive, and the 3D polygon-based graphics were smooth, sharp, and colorful. The controls were so realistic, it was freaky. It really made you feel as if you were handling a real car. Especially if you were playing the deluxe cabinet. Put simply, Virtua Racing is the shit. SEGA was all about bringing the arcade experience home, so it was inevitable that they'd release a console version on the Genesis. Okay, let's look at that game again. This is the Saturn version. While these graphics wouldn't impress a 5-year-old today, that doesn't change the fact that Sega's 16-bit Wunderkid was incapable of reproducing these visuals. So how do you have this do that? Enter the SVP chip, similar to Nintendo's Super Effects chip used in Star Fox. Supposedly it was capable of producing 6,000 some polygons per second and shit. I really don't know. When it comes to math, I'm almost as useful as a condom to a necrophiliac. In any case, it made VR on the Genesis possible. Jesus fucking Christ, this cartridge is as big as tits. It cost $100 here in the US of what the fuck, are you nuts? $100 in 1994 could have bought you 2 games or pussy or whatever. This is the only Genesis game to use the SVP chip, making it that much more special and ridiculously expensive. Well, not anymore. Yeah, let's just play this fucker. What the fuck is this? Wait, I forgot. This is one of the few games that is incompatible with the 32X. Why is that? Why the hell should I know? Maybe it doesn't like anything that ridiculously huge being shoved inside it. And I'm pitching a tent. While I was moderately impressed by the title screen, irritation soon set in when I found out that I had to press the damn start button twice just to select something, like double-clicking a link on your computer. It's the arcade game. No extra cars or tracks. A fairly basic port. The graphics aren't horrible. Taking into account this is Genesis, it's really quite stunning. The frame rate is a tad choppy, but that's my one and only complaint with the presentation. Like the visuals, the sound has been scaled way back. The whine of your motor is constant and grates on my nerves after a couple laps. That really pains me to say because I usually adore Genesis sound. It's just so distinctive and dripping with awesome, except here. In spite of all these faults, it doesn't really keep me from playing it. VR is compatible with the 6-button control pad, which is great for manual transmission and switching perspectives. Speaking of perspectives, you get 4. First person, third person, Highway Patrol, and News at 11. I kinda prefer Highway Patrol for it gives me a better view of the track, but it makes the pop-up stand out like a penis drawn on my forehead. Be it 3 or 6, the controls are easy to pick up and dead on balls accurate. However, if you happen to own a 32X, you may as well just pick up Virtua Racing Deluxe. Hey, the cartridge is a normal size, that's a major plus.
Virtua Racing! 3, 2, 1, go!
Now this is more like it. The controls are virtually identical, pardon the pun, but everything else has been improved significantly. The graphics are smooth, sharp, and colorful, much like the arcade original, and the sound. Okay, the sound isn't going to make your toes curl, but it's a damn sight better than the Genesis version. In addition, you're given 2 bonus vehicles, stock car and prototype. The stock car is my personal favorite. You also get 2 new tracks, Highland and Sand Park. This is a stellar package, and like the Genesis port, it's cheaper than a blowjob in Camden.
Game over.
Okay, on to the Saturn version. You'd think this would be superior to its predecessors. No! The first thing that threw me off was this, Time Warner Interactive. This is a SEGA game, goddammit. Why are they even involved? It makes no sense. Maybe it's because SEGA was once supporting 5 pieces of hardware at once and spread their team so thin that they had to outsource a premier title to a third party. Who knows? Alright, now I'm bothered. The main menu just looks wrong. It doesn't feel right at all. I miss the music and flashy layout. Like VR Deluxe, it sports some new cars and tracks, yet I don't see shit whenever I choose arcade. It's the same 3 tracks that we're used to, and I have no choice but to write formula. Either I'm missing something, or they're just not selectable via arcade. In which case, that fucking blows.
2, 1, go!
Graphically, it's a step up from the Shroom. The overall picture is sharper and colors are a bit more vibrant. However, something was lost in the translation. Control. It actually feels sluggish and handles like a fucking Pinto. Both the Genesis and 32X releases were right on the money, where this is, well, what can I say? It sucks. The Saturn port sports a mode called Grand Prix. I give it a go, put in my name and shit. Boom! Look at that! It's a different track and I'm in a fucking go-kart. Oddly enough, the controls are more responsive here and it actually feels somewhat entertaining for about 3 laps. By the 8th, I was wondering, when the fuck is this gonna end? Did I select endurance by mistake? I don't even give a shit if I finish first. I just want it to end. I mean, please, just stop! In a nutsack, Saturn's version sucks. Buy 32X, I'm done.